I'm Livewire Charlie.
And I'm Dangerous.
And we are Live Danger.
And you're watching
BJ
and DG
Talk Wrestling.
Welcome back, everybody. BJ here, DG over there.
What's going on, everybody? And sometimes, as always,
Returning.
from Bacon Fest.
Yes. Got my free Godshawls hat thanks to them at Bacon Fest there. Grabbed it off the merch table. Thank you. It was free merch, so not like I just grabbed it just wantonly just for myself. But enough about me. Why don't you go ahead and ring the bell there?
All
right. We got Tara in the chat. How you doing?
What's up?
Hi,
Thank you
Tara.
for joining us. Boy, we got some interesting stuff to talk about this week, don't we?
Sure.
Where should we start? That is the $1 million question.
Let's start at the beginning.
So
Well, at sometime 100-some years ago, a bunch of guys at a circus decided to create pro wrestling.
That's it? Only 100?
I don't know. You know, I'm spitballing here at this point. There was a bearded lady and a midget. That's all I got. That's all I know from there. And somehow the midget always won. And then the fat lady sang, and then that's how we knew that the show was over, because the fat lady sang.
It just all sounds like a fever dream to me, but go on.
We're getting off the rails early here, people. See what happens when Chef is around?
We haven't even derailed because we haven't been on the rails.
Exactly. The train has not departed the station.
So, let's start off with Chelsea Green then.
Sure.
She had a great week this past week.
Certainly
Her and Ethan Page won the AAA Mixed Tag Team Championships.
Mucho gusto.
Yes, and then we have and I was about to say it again. Christ. And which kind of goes off of NXT when we saw her and Ethan Page with the belts for the first time. We have Joe Hendry coming out, which we thought, was going to be a challenge for the North American Championship. No. But wait, there's more. We have him hit his music again, slightly different, and Dia Hale. Which, by the way, absolutely love that segment on NXT this week.
Yeah, that was really well done.
Yeah, I love to have that Dia's back on TV
wait a minute.
now.
Is BJ coming around on Joe Hendry? He just said that was really well done.
This segment, I don't care about him.
But again, like I said,
we were that close.
So we'll be talking more Joe Hendry later because of another conversation. But yeah, and then this past Friday night on Smackdown, after that, we had already known from the previous week it was going to be Chelsea versus Julia for the Women's United States Championship. And Julia loses the title to Chelsea in 90 seconds?
Yeah, it was pretty much a squash. Yeah, Julia's title run there got wasted. That was a horrible just booking.
No,
3 title defenses that entire time.
Yeah, and she has not been booked good at all since going to the main roster. Yeah. To where her and Stephanie Vaquer both got called up at the same time, purposely put on different shows, so we don't get that crossover again anytime soon. Julia gets the mid-card. She gets gold first, because she's had that title longer than Stephanie Vaquer's been women's champion, right?
Yep.
I maybe a couple weeks
about
to a month.
It was about 4.5 months that she had the U.S. title.
Was it that long? It doesn't feel like
it. Yeah, it was like 130 some days. She only had 3 defenses. That's why it didn't feel that long.
It's wrestling time. Wrestling time never feels accurate to real time.
Yeah.
So it was a Judgment Day reign. All right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or are we going to... hey, at least it's not a Dean Ambrose United States Championship reign. He held the title for over a year and defended it twice.
Ooh. Ouch.
Who?
At least we now know where Roman got the idea.
How to Bury a Title, Volume 1.
Oof.
Oh, he knows how to bury a title.
If you who Roman?
No, I was talking about Dean Ambrose.
Yes.
We've seen that many times.
Mm-hmm. Not just in WWE.
But yeah, so what's next for Julia?
Hopefully they break her up from Kiana James, because I really just, there's no point to it. There is none. Like, Kiana James is not adding anything to Julia, in my opinion.
I disagree. She's a good mouthpiece for her at the moment, considering that she has trouble speaking English.
Tag team run.
Yes, that's where I was kind of wanted to go with.
We need more women tag teams right now.
That's another heel tag team, though, with those two.
Right.
We need baby faces.
Yeah,
there's no female.
Girl.
There was part of the discussion. Yeah, I might not have been here, but I did hear that part of the discussion last week, that there are no baby face women on the WWE roster right now.
And those that are, like let's just look across the board. We have Charlotte and Alexa. They're currently paired together,
and they're the champs.
But we've seen it at least with the women's tag teams in that situation. They can still split off and go do their own thing.
EO.
And where have they? Rhea's injured at the moment.
Lyra and Bailey.
Bailey.
Which we don't. Bailey, I don't know. Yeah, she's babyface.
Yeah, I'm not. I think she's in that gray area of becoming the female. We thought originally 10 years ago she was going to be the female John Cena. No, she's the female Mick Foley in the making. All right, we're about to see the three faces of Bailey.
So she's going to get ripped on his belt twice.
I mean, that's how it feels like that the route they're going with her at the moment. But I think they should do, I think they could turn Julia and Kiana babyface really quick, because it was really odd too, right? Let's look at that United States Women's Championship match from this past week. Was a heel versus a heel.
Yeah, technically. Even Chelsea's as close to being a babyface as a heel as you could be, though, because the crowd loves her.
And she's behind Dom on that, which I would love, which I forgot to put that on our rundown for this week, but we will be talking about the Dominic segment this week as well. Yes. And which, just saying real quick, that's one of the few times you ever hear Rey Mysterio get booed.
Yeah, number 30 is the other one.
I can kind of see. I'm just really interested to see, could we be seeing Julia maybe instead geared up for a run at Jade at some point down the line?
I mean,
but again, you would have to turn her baby. You would have to turn her baby face and get a couple wins under her belt, or that random tag team win, and you pin the champion. So now, under the terms of wrestling rules,
now you're a number one contender.
Or not. I mean, I would say even in that case, even if you have a clear-cut number one contender, somebody pins the champion, that person still should get a shot at that champion if the time's permitting. If not, they're literally next in line to get the next title shot.
Agreed.
Oh, we have a BJ drink.
Shadow, Beneath the Moon Shadow. Ooh.
As last
old
night
Thunder
with
Brewing Company. I like that old Thunder Brewing Company. Ooh, Imperial Stout with coffee.
9.5%.
I decided to drink coffee today myself, so yeah.
Well, I just finished
I'm on my usual.
I've been up since 5:30 this morning, so I need this. Not enough caffeine and Fago today.
So now in turn, what's next for Chelsea Green? Outside of this NXT story we got at the moment going, because between her and Ethan Page, they kind of rule North America now.
I want to see Chelsea get 13 belts.
I'm super curious as to see where the next.
How is that catering worthy?
There's no Hulkamaniacs here.
Oh, wrong
Doesn't
one.
work for me, brother.
There we go.
Sorry, BJ.
I'm super curious to see what the next feud's going to be. Who do you see challenging Chelsea for that United States Women's Championship.
You know what? I have one name off the top that would be interesting because this could be kind of a test for her at the moment. Thea Hale. She might be young, but I feel like she's accomplished outside of winning championships. She's done everything she could in NXT. So pairing her with Joe Hendry, somebody who, let's be honest, to call out the couple things, Royal Rumble appearance, a WrestleMania match with Randy Orton, even though it was a squash, it was what was needed in the moment because we weren't getting the blood feud match we were promised.
But we got a fun match instead.
She's paired with a former world champion.
Yep.
Somebody who can perform at that main roster level. I think he could work up to it very easily. It wouldn't be much. And you're also working with Ethan Page, somebody who's, in terms of wrestling companies, been around the block. And same thing with Chelsea Green. Yeah. Ethan Page isn't far off, I think, from being called up if he wanted to be. But he's somebody I can see like Adam Cole, who probably loves being in NXT and helping this next wave of talent get to where they need to be.
Yeah, that's the feel I get.
But just like with somebody like Adam Cole or Gargano or Ciampa when they were there and they just stayed there for longer than need be, you know, you see that eventually it does eat up that roster spot.
Yeah.
But
Ciampa needed that belt. That belt was Ciampa's life, so he couldn't leave it.
And Dragunov right now, man. That's a nice transition real quick. Let's talk about that real quick. And that he came out this week, did it the right way, you know. Yep. He came out, and then Dragunov's like, no, I'm just going to give it to your tag team partner. Like, why does it feel like in storyline that it seems like everybody's trying to cause a rift within DIY?
Not only that, like, can't they just do an open challenge correctly? None of these are examples of a correctly executed open challenge.
All right, so here's my thing, and I'll backpedal a little bit to last week when this whole Ciampa storyline started. As soon as he came out and there were two guys in that ring, I'm sorry. So I look at Dragunov and I look at the other guys. I'm like, why would you just not agree to take them both on at the same time?
And that's what I was thinking.
They like do something that's out of the normal in an open challenge. Because we've seen it before in open challenges. Multiple guys come out, or two guys come out, or two challengers, whatever, and the champ. You're a babyface champion. Why are you refusing the challenge? John C. I'm sorry. This whole open challenge thing started as a thing to honor John Cena by Sami Zayn. That is continuing. No. But what I'm saying is, would John Cena turn down both challengers, or would he have stepped up to the plate?
Right. Hate to say it, but you're absolutely right.
Unless it was between WrestleMania and SummerSlam of this year.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Oh, forget it. Never mind. That never happened. I forgot.
Dummy. Yeah.
Oh, we found the button.
But yeah, even though I really did enjoy the Gargano match with Dragunov, I thought it was really good. I just hope something's coming of this, and it's not just to have Ciampa come out for the next month trying to get a match, and then say he gets to that Survivor Series and gets completely squashed by Dragunov. Then what was the point?
Honestly, I would love to see something like that happen. That's hilarious.
I definitely want to see this match happen. It feels like it's a nice slow burn build up to it. I just hope it's... I don't want to see a squash match. I don't mind if Ciampa loses, but I don't want to squash.
I was more talking about... but the squash could go either way, right? Ciampa could come out and cheat with the back's ref turn at the beginning of the match and pin Dragunov 1, 2, 3.
You're absolutely right.
You know, it could shift the other way. It's just that I don't mind. I love seeing tag teams split off for different titles, right? It's something cool when you have that team dynamic and your team's good enough that you can compete for singles titles. And I'm not talking about the example of the two-man power trip where we're talking about two guys who are already established world champions and then they have all the gold in the company for a short time.
No, but like the Usos.
Yeah, or like the Hardys.
The New Day.
Sure.
Yeah. that it's just a little something there. And if you're going to split DIY, can we do it a different way than having them get punked by Fraxium backstage, talking trash right to their face?
Yeah. Damn. Yes, Ron.
Like, it's just... It's one of those things to where it's like, what we're seeing in the ring isn't bad. It's everything else we're seeing around it.
Yeah.
And Dragunov, it's nothing against Dragunov. It's nothing against the reign he's had so far. Because we see these open challenges, like Sammy's reign. Sammy defended that title, 8-9 times in the short time he had it? Which is cool. And doing stuff like this is also why I think there should be how much we're going to have to be talking about additional championships later on with AEW. This is a case where in WWE, a title will go across every brand, be it NXT, Raw, SmackDown, even Evolve, a television championship that gets defended at least once a week on one of the 3 shows, it gets defended on Raw and SmackDown. That champion pulls double duty throughout the week and the occasional NXT appearance wherever else, whatever. But you're giving a title match every week, and it's a build-up title. Like in WCW, we saw some greats hold that television title after going up and coming back and winning it.
How about RVD with ECW's TV title?
But that was, in the case of ECW, that was their mid-card.
Yes.
And there wasn't another, because from their television title, you jumped to the world championship. You didn't, like in WCW, you had the television championship and maybe the cruiserweight championship equal, but then those guys could step up to the United States championship. And in turn, if you survived that division and got over being on top, you went into the world title picture if it was credible enough. If not, you were an established person within that division that could occasionally challenge for a world championship. And a la early on Chris Jericho in WWE.
Yep.
Where or like a Miz. I think Miz and Jericho belong kind of in that same conversation. Maybe not as many world championship reigns, but what they did being at the top of the mid-card and then being able to be from the top of the main event down to the lower part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, Miz, even now, is all up and down that card. You can put him in virtually any spot on there, and he fits.
Awesome!
Indeed, Mike.
There's just something to be said about that. That's all.
Yep.
One moment. So, let's see. What's next on the agenda? Because we're only 20 minutes in and we're covering stuff left and right. Look at us being efficient. So, speaking of championships then, AEW combined 2 championships to make the unified title. We get the introduction recently and the tournament that is currently ongoing for a women's tag team championship, which that in AEW's case, long overdue. Yeah. This should have been done at least 2 years ago, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit further back when they had a bigger women's roster that was constantly showing up and showing out when they got the opportunity, even though their
would have been perfect when the Outsiders were a thing, like Saraya and Ruby Soho and Toni Storm, when that group was there.
The Outcast, not the Outsiders.
Yeah, right. Yeah, my bad. I knew what I meant. Yeah. Twice in one episode. All right. Setting a nice baseline here.
Yowie wowie.
Oh no, this soundboard's going to be too much fun.
You just made the list. I drank a beer. I drank another beer. 3 beers. 4 beers. Oh no. 5 beers. Oh no. 6 beers. 7 beers. 8 beers. 9 beers. I don't even know if that's PG.
I mean, Gotta be 21 to drink.
It doesn't work for me, brother.
Thanks for almost making me spit coffee all over my computer.
Hey, but remember,
There's no Hulkamaniacs here.
I'm better than you, and you know it.
Man, am I the only one that needs a soundboard still?
1 hour later.
Yeah. I'm going to go online. I'll find one. I'll be back in an hour.
it's not even a soundboard. It's just individual clips loaded in.
Nice.
Good times.
Yeah, anyway, sorry to derail this thing.
No, we're not.
Oh, one more we forgot. But no, that was, here we go.
Damn. All games.
All right.
There we go. I think we wait. So I'm going to play one more real quick before we continue, and I'm just saying I thought this one was Okada.
Bye-bye, bitch.
With the way it's named on here, I thought it was going to be Okada.
No, that's Seth.
Seth Kata?
Kazuchika Rollins.
So it's both of them. But anyway, back on point. So as I was saying, AEW introduces one new title 2 weeks ago. This past Wednesday, which was a really confusing segment to open up Dynamite.
Yeah.
With Tony Schiavone announcing the AEW National Championship, and then gets interrupted by the Ops, which we could talk more about later. But then later on, we get the actual more full announcement about it, and there's been some real, I don't know if you guys have seen the reactions online from NWA, because that is originally an NWA championship, the national championship.
They're not happy about that.
No, but at the same time, let me be honest about something.
Was Billy Corgan going to whine about it?
No, hold on. Does every company that has a World Heavyweight Championship just be copying WWE?
Well, they've been copying boxing.
Whoa, hold on. No. This wrestling landscape, So, just looking at it from that perspective. Oh, hey, we're introducing Women's Tag Team Championship. Oh, so wouldn't they just be copying the WWE and TNA?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, that's like something where you're
unique. How many? But hold on. How many companies out there have a television title? And New Japan Pro Wrestling has a United States Championship. Are they copying the WWE? Or was the WWE copy? I'm just making the example.
Regardless of what you call it, like, there are going to be certain titles with a certain hierarchy in a company. It's just a matter of what they're called, what you're naming them. I don't think it's like copying off of anyone else. No.
That's kind of my point, but I was just making the examples of NWA.
But
I think they're more...
Go ahead. Said that, there aren't too many other national championships out there.
Yeah.
Like other promotions have television titles, U.S. titles, World Heavyweight title.
The Internet Championship. Thank you, Matt Cardona, for starting that one.
Digital Media Championship, whatever it is. Yeah. But, like, there aren't a lot of national champs. Like, that's a very specific thing. Don't see a lot.
So I have another one. Before the title became obsolete in
AEW. There's a ghost behind you, man. Something just popped up behind you.
So in the case of TNA, they now have an international championship.
They're ripping off AEW.
Yeah.
That's my point. That's the perception NWA is giving out. No, that is not the case. If it's anything, I will give credit to Tony Khan. It may be a few too many championships, but every championship he's introduced has been something to honor a legacy within the world of pro wrestling, not specific to one company. And NWA, the oldest standing wrestling company probably in the world outside New Japan, because the NWA was around in the beginning of the territories. The NWA was around before the WWF. the original WWF under Vince's father, Vince Sr., was a member of the NWA at one point.
Yep.
Way back in the early territory days before he split off from it due to other reasons. And then the territories kind of became the Midwest territory, the Texas territory, whatever, West, Northeast, stuff like that.
Memphis.
So just in terms, like, every company's going to have a set of championships. They're going to call it what they want. If you don't want people taking the name, then go try to patent it.
Now, do the NWA currently use that title?
Yes. Yes. They have a current champion, Mike Mondo.
Okay, so I can see why they're a little upset, but at the same time, like, they don't have a copyright on that.
No, they don't have a copyright on Al. I don't think anybody owns that copyright specifically.
Well, let me call
Get
my
on
lawyer.
that.
But yeah, they don't have a copyright on it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It's just,
what are they going to do?
I don't see a problem with a belt of the same name.
But just a general idea. Oh, there's this company that's 6 years old. So every title they've created has been an inspiration from somewheres. You know, like you brought in former world champions when you crowned a new world champion. It doesn't matter what company. It's the principle behind it. Like now there was some fallout between AEW and NWA and AEW recently. Like something fell through. Something was like, oh, it was for the Shockwave show AEW was going to do, and NWA already had it kind of coined. So they're taking this as a new title. Tony Khan being petty and taking a shot at them.
Okay, with that little bit of information, maybe there is a touch of that in here. Like just a little bit of a screw you from Tony Khan.
It makes
yeah.
Kind of like, yeah, what are you going to do? Here, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
How do you like?
It's just ridiculous to think that you want to get upset about that. How about you be upset with your talent costing you a deal to be on the CW that the WWE got? Let's go. No, you want to be upset. You could be on national TV. This whole situation, maybe if you were on a national channel, Tony Khan wouldn't have done it.
You said your talent, which is kind of a misleading statement. It was one dude. Like, talent implies like there are multiple people who.
But there were people.
But
there was also producers and other people involved that fall under the talent category. That were involved in that segment that all could have said no, we shouldn't do this.
Fair enough.
They ended up doing it, so it's a combined effort on the company to sit there and nix the idea.
I don't know how that ever happened.
Yeah. So that's if anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, there was a cocaine reference made in NWA.
Not the wrestler.
No,
not the wrestler. But there was a reference of it being done on TV at a time where NWA was in the final stages of closing a TV deal with CW that NXT.
Right before NXT got it.
and the thing is that they both would have been on CW just on different nights, but CW was looking to have both companies on their channel at the same time. And they were going to pull it off.
I think they pulled the TV deal, but they're still on the app.
No, they're not even on the app anymore. They have a deal with Roku channel now. They're on the Roku channel. Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying that's not a good place to be because anybody can access the Roku channels without having a Roku TV.
Oh, yeah.
But the fact is, you know how much better it would have been to be on the CW?
Millions of times better.
Do you know who's probably going to end up getting that second deal on CW? I have a feeling it's going to be TNA.
I would love that.
I'd be all about it.
Like, just to put into perspective now, your one mistake, now you want to be mad at other companies. Maybe you should look in first. What are we doing wrong here? Well, are we really crying about a championship that has no heritage, no legacy outside of the name?
As far as the owner of TNA is concerned, despite all his rage, he's still just a rat in a cage.
You mean
NWA. Part of you.
It's just really sad to see that this is what they want to be about. You're trying to get yourself publicity by trying to bury something another company's doing who's in a better spot than you. Guess what? Yeah, you have the time, but where has that time gotten you? On a streaming channel and not on actual TV, which you would think a company as old as the NWA would be on TV.
Yeah, one would think. However, TNA did not, or not TNA, NWA did not think.
No, they did not whatsoever, and that's the problem. No, they did not. Whoa, and there's my voice. I don't like that. Never do that again.
No one likes their own voice. Not entirely true. I know a lot of people who do.
But so any expectations for that? Will this national championship mean anything?
I mean, it's a championship and a huge promotion. It's going to mean something. It's just how they book it. You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
AEW's got a checkered record with their mid-card championship. So yeah, they've got a real hit and miss with it. Hopefully, this is one of the hits, more like Orange Cassidy with his belt that he was toting around in the backpack for a while.
He was a great international champion.
Yeah.
For somebody that is supposed to be, who would probably in almost any other company would be a jobber or just like an R-Truth type talent.
Mm-hmm.
He got that championship over.
Big time.
You know, and I get the idea of them eventually renaming it and all that stuff. And then eventually got combined with the Continental and became the Unified Championship, right?
Yep.
Which is great. I hope they still do the Continental Tournament at some point. That is one of my 8 highlights of AEW every year.
Sure.
Since they started doing it, and I think that you could still do it, and that person now becomes the #1 contender to the Unified Championship. If the Continental Champion, or you just crown a new Continental Champion, and you go back for there, but then
and another new belt for
But then it's what becomes of the Unified Championship because it's no longer unified, and you get into the talk of why is the WWE Championship still referred to as undisputed when it's only one title now?
Yeah.
Which I don't. Disputed. You know, just like CM Punk is technically still the AEW World Champion while currently holding the WWE World Championship.
Yeah, Vacant beat him. In an untelevised event, he was beaten by Vacant.
Only by disqualification. It was only by disqualification. It was not a pinfall or submission victory. So Vacant, in this case, did not win the championship.
I guess there was champion's advantage.
I mean, I do hope that they do something really good with that championship, and that it just doesn't become a wayward championship like many of the titles have become in AEW. We've seen the 6-man championship decently, the Trios Championship recently, which has been good, but Samoa Joe's also involved in a World Championship feud, which is why we're seeing it. And I love the idea of Trios Championships. I think it adds a really special dynamic to where that could be something like a television title. They can be defended weekly. It can be used to put over younger talent and get a talent that's in a group to that next level.
Sure.
Or get all three, or get a whole group over to the next level instead of having guys holding it like the Hurt Syndicate holding it. Absolutely great. A team like the Ops of 3 serious guys holding that championship. Absolutely great. But when does it come time for some younger guys to come in, get that upset victory?
Like these guys here.
Hey. It's just a fine line, and then the conversation also becomes a company like AEW, who is only one brand across 2 shows, has so many championships. Does that begin to water down their world championship?
No,
Well, all right. So
but
if not the world
does water down
championship,
every other championship.
but doesn't that eventually spill into the world championship picture? Because now you're looking at it like
The world championship is the world championship as long as you don't have a storyline that's burying the actual championship. I think that's going to be held in a certain esteem no matter what.
I mean, it's kind of, how do I put this in a way that makes sense? And I'm trying to go further back and not use a current example. All right, mid 2000s, when ECW came back, and we eventually transitioned through the originals to what the brand was meant to be, and we have the Royal Rumble. You paraded the ECW champion out there only because it was Bobby Lashley and he looked incredible. But did we really expect The Undertaker or somebody else who won the Rumble to go for the ECW championship? No,
right.
There's
no prestige there.
That's what I'm saying. So now you go in turn, you're like, all right, the world title is the world title. But if there's so many titles, I don't ever need to pursue that title. So I might not ever get to it. Well, I can go win the national championship. I can go win the unified championship. I can go beat Okada, which might mean more than beating Adam Page at the moment.
But theoretically, that world championship should always be your end goal.
Yes, it should be. But what does it take away from the prestige of it when there's so many titles that a random guy can walk in the door, win a championship, and be happy? Oh, I won a championship. Yay. But when you have let's just name let's name the men's championships at the moment. You have the AEW World Championship.
Page.
You have the TNT Championship. You have the trios all right, singles. I'm sorry. I don't want to go into tag teams.
Okay.
All right. So TNT World Unified, and now a national championship,
and not now, to mention Ring of Honor.
Yes, and I was just about to go that. You have the Ring of Honor Television Championship. You have the Ring of Honor Pure Championship defended on your show. You have the Ring of Honor Championship also defended on your show. So we're talking about what? About 8-9 titles right there just for the men, and then you turn around. If you add the Trios Championships, the Tag Team Championships.
Yeah,
you're looking at like, all right, so just any average Joe can be a champion in AEW, to where at least you look at WWE. Yes, there might be a lot of championships, but at least those championships are more or less brand specific.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, with such a big roster, though, it kind of feels necessary to have so many belts. But then, yeah, you're watering down each title, really.
Yeah, the world title gets watered down the least, but it still suffers the same thing, because now you look like, I said it when the International Championship was debuted. I'm like, you're only doing that because you don't have a world champion. I think the world title was vacant at the time. So you don't have a world champion. And if you go back and look back in the old days of WCW, when Ric Flair walked out of WCW with their world championship, you know what the championship was they introduced? The International Championship. And it was just as prestigious as the world championship. And then when Flair came back eventually, 2 years later, that championship eventually phased out because now, and they ended up having a world champion anyway, but it waters down because the championships by name are supposed to be equal. Now, the national championship, if we're going to just start making the comparisons, I would put it more along the lines of like the Intercontinental, the United States Championship, the North American Championship, because by the name, that's what it feels like it's supposed to be. Which means that's the case. That title eventually should become more prestigious than the TNT Championship, because the TNT and TBS Championships are glorified television titles without the name. Literally named after the TV titles.
They're European titles.
I would love, just to make it clear, if WWE was to bring back one title, I would love to see defended between brands. It is the European Championship, because now they have a roster full of European stars that could literally compete only for that championship in that type of division.
I want a new Eurocontinental champion.
Oh no, the hardcore title would be my.
Yes, the hardcore title over the 24/7 title. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
it looks cooler, and
yeah,
was a better. It had a better story around it.
But R-Truth did not win that one 57 times.
No. K-Quick never won that title, and that I can think of.
Ron Killings, though, is a former NWA World Champion. Since we were on the talking of championship.
TNA NWA.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just back to our full topic.
I don't even know if that's PG.
I don't know. We'll wait. We'll have to contact the FCC and find out.
Well, when we get a violation, we'll know.
Yeah. Sorry, Russia and Belarus.
Yeah.
But in the long run, I feel like NWA is just trying to piggyback off of it more or less. Could they be legitimately upset? Yes. I don't know that. I don't work for the NWA. I'm not backstage dealing with their politics and stuff that happen. And wrestling is something that, whether it's good or bad, it's full of egos. Because if you don't think you're the best, you're not going to fight to be the best, to have the top titles in the industry. But in the long run, to make a complaint about this and grieve it online just does not look good for their part. That would be like WWE coming out and being mad about Mercedes Moné.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Or somebody like Adam Copeland that just went to another company, or Christian,
Yeah.
Like, or anything like that. And then you're going to be mad, or like I said, the WWE being mad that New Japan has a United States Championship. It's petty and it's ridiculous, and they should know better than to do that. You should be telling your talent, unless you're going to spin it in a positive way, like, oh, we appreciate you honoring the legacy that this company built with this championship and carrying it on in your own way.
Sure.
So this all goes back to Father James Mitchell, pretty much.
Yes, it does. And Billy Corgan's inability to say, we don't even care.
Yeah, he's all about tonight.
It's just sad to see that's what it is. Like, and people want to talk about the pettiness of WWE running up against AEW. Yep. Well, you know what? For new fans, that might be something new. For us, fans of our age and our generation, you know what we saw every Monday night? Oh, Ryan Milky in the chat.
What up?
How are you doing? Just real quick, why he's here, because we haven't done any plugs yet. I thought I clicked that off the screen. My bad, everybody.
Click it up.
Everybody watching, pay attention. Go subscribe to Wrestle Realm.
Yeah.
Which is one of many things that Ryan Milky does. He also does make appearances on Wyatt Wrestling Club. So you go give them a follow as well, as they are good friends of this channel.
Cheers, mate.
We are doing great, sir. Just talking some wrestling, and I guess we've kind of buried NWA here tonight.
We're not the first. We won't be the last. Billy Corgan's doing a pretty good job of burying NWA, too.
Yeah, seriously. No argument there. How much I try not to do stuff like that, I do feel like it is petty of them. I feel like they could do much better in just the idea that another company's honoring that legacy, even though I will say that that they do have way too many championships in AEW.
Ooh, that is some lovely head there.
I don't even know if that's PG.
Well, it's good. It's good to see you back in the swing of things, and it's always nice to have you around. Brian Milky, by the way, I will be reaching out to you soon about something we've been discussing for the channel that we would like you to be a part of. I will reach out to details about that to you later. But yeah, any final thoughts on this AEW National Championship? We've given this enough time as we spilled into NWA talk and stuff like that.
I'm on that wait and see. You know?
All right.
My final thought is I hope it doesn't suck.
I'm not going to put any kind of expectations on it. I'm just going to sit back and be like, oh, yeah, that's the thing. Let's see what happens with that.
And I'm hoping that it's something that we get to see that's fun. But at the same time, AEW, just the AEW brand alone it feels like they're trying to compete with WWE with titles when you don't even have, you have one brand. One brand, 2 shows, and a pay-per-view monthly. You know, that you give.
2 brands.
With Ring of Honor, sure.
I said with just AEW, still counting them as separate companies at the moment. Just looking at the AEW part, because my brain, I know Ring of Honor is a part of it, and I'm just like, at the same time, I'm like, meh. You know, like, I don't get to see enough of Ring of Honor without going out of my way to watch it or see highlights of it.
But it's still a thing. It's still a separate brand under the same umbrella.
But I'm talking about more in the terms of WWE, as they have all these championships, but it's not, AEW Dynamite's one show and one roster. Collision's another show and another roster. No,
well, they did that for a while with...
They tried to with Punk.
When there was a guy named Phil that was there.
Yeah. Whatever
Pepsi
happened?
Phil.
I think he's back on the indies.
I don't know. I heard he won some world titles somewheres.
Charles Montgomery Punk. That was his name, right?
I don't know. I heard he's some Chicago-made mark.
I heard the word and I didn't see the graphic pop up. I'm surprised.
I guess you gotta give the people what they want. You earned yourself 5 mark bucks.
Nice.
Oh, I gotta make a version.
JP right there.
Yeah, I gotta make a version 2.0 of that.
Yeah, didn't want to bring this up earlier, but I didn't catch Smackdown because I was in Mount Holly, New Jersey at SPO and the Monster Factory's split bill. And I saw JP Grayson have an amazing match against Alex Rivera. Is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And just, oh my God, like...
oh, you don't have the clip uploaded?
I don't.
Hold on. Nope. I got it.
It's up on Instagram.
I got it.
But yours is the better one.
The clean version.
So, since we are speaking of this real quick, and Tuesday, Chef, if you'd like to join us, even though you weren't with us, feel free to. I think we will be doing a review show for this, as there was this is last minute plans for this. So Tuesday night you could join us. And as soon as this clip actually loads up, I will show it up, and there it is. So this popped me so good, and here we go.
Now JP Grayson taking down Alex with a, oh, don't tell me. A shameless version of the Devil's Kiss.
I love the call. I love the shameless version of the Devil's Kiss. I absolutely love the call.
That should be the name of it. You should call it the Shameless.
Well, actually.
Oh, there is a name. Okay. Maybe.
So, I have to catch up here. Okay, I have to open up the curtain a little bit here. So I was sitting next to one of the people producing the show on Friday night as I am learning production in wrestling. So I've been doing that. And the person said, and I quote, "He's a juggalo. That's not the devil's kiss. That's the Mickey Knuckle."
God. Oh, God. Oh. Does it have to be?
Wow. I love our regulars that come into chat. Love you guys. You guys are freaking awesome. But yes, yes, we were there. And anybody who lives close, you get $10 ticket covers 2 shows.
Can't beat that.
You see that? No, not at all.
Let me just say, like.
Also, I was going to say, you brought up JP real quick. Just a quick reminder. November 22nd at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy.
Hell of a match.
JP Grayson will be defending the PWU World Championship in a fatal 4-way against Rick Blade, Johnny Kashmere, and Joey Janela. Go to pwunplug.com right now to get your tickets. Use promo code GINGER and save yourself some money and come see some amazing pro wrestling that night.
And that's what I was going to say. Like, that's going to be an amazing show, but we have so much going on there in the next couple of weeks and into December. But the show, I went there not knowing any match. There were no matches announced, so I didn't know what to expect. And I didn't know many of the competitors because a lot of them were training. You know, they're getting exposure in front of a crowd.
We had some experienced talent, but a lot of it was school talent so that they get experience in front of fans and stuff like that. It was a really good time. The show was absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to talk about it.
The match quality was there. These guys, like, you wouldn't even know that they're trainees. Like, you would think they've been doing this all their life. Just amazing show. You know, it wasn't the best show I've been to there because there have been 2 amazing cards that I've seen there so far.
Yeah.
But
PW set the bar high.
For not knowing 75% of the competitors, just
wow. We need that sound clip from the bar.
Yes.
What?
We don't just set the bar.
We are the bar.
Yeah, just amazing stuff. And also, they have Friday night, next 2 Friday nights, and then the 22nd Saturday. Be there. And then Sunday, the 7th of December. It's going to be an all-day affair. Just be there.
Yeah.
So we will not be live that week, which December 7th also being my birthday. But we might pop on for something short while we're there, but we will not be having our normal show that day.
Maybe a Saturday night thing?
If schedule permits.
All right, well, we'll talk.
We'll see.
I don't want to miss a week.
You know what? I know you don't, but ish happens sometimes.
Well,
so continuing our talk of some of this wrestling stuff real quick. I just want to get this out there. Another 2 matches kind of that were announced.
Oh.
Pat Dynamite and Declan Grant. Pick your poison matches. They will be choosing each other's opponents for PWU Justified November 22nd.
And Pat cut a promo Friday night saying that pretty much he's not just here to defend his title against Sam Reaper, which didn't go so well for Sam Reaper, but he was there scouting. He wants to pick someone to go up against Declan Grant. Okay. So it'll be interesting to see who they come up with.
You know, I have a couple choices there, but my brain and his brain probably aren't going the same direction. Considering that we've seen Declan and Face kind of be a team recently, I'd put them in the ring with each other.
Who, Declan and Face?
Yes. That would be a hard.
Probably gonna pick face.
Yeah,
well,
I'm
we
scared for
don't
who
know.
Pat gets.
We
doesn't matter.
can speculate on our preview show in a week and a half, I guess. At this
There
point,
will be speculation.
yeah, a lot more content coming from this channel.
Oh, yeah.
Tuned.
We're going to double our weekly content, pretty much, or maybe not double, but increase it to like
50 coming next week. Yeah, episode 50 coming next week, and more big things from you boys.
And we're not the New Day. But yeah, so we have all that going on and coming up. Also, this real quick, the show for the December 7th show for SSP. A lot of everything going on with this is going to be supporting Girl Scouts and I believe veterans or something like that as well. It's a bunch of support all the way around to help those in need. As you know, I am a big promoter of helping those around you and being good to each other. I talk about it every week. As a matter of fact, after BJ's stream last night, he had a friend in the backstage afterwards and we were talking about that stuff. About just putting good out into the world.
I gotta say, one thing that I'm really looking forward to with the show on the 7th, it's actually going towards one of the veterans' causes, is going to be the Grapplemon cards that are going to be there. Yes, we got Eric Stevens, a fabulous ring announcer. We got to hang out with him on our last wrap-up show that we did. And yeah, he's got the Grapplemon cards. We got one of those. There's going to be the entire sets there we can pick up for ourselves. We might have to start playing this game, gentlemen.
Well, actually, I found a cool kind of like a what is it? Cards Against Humanity type game, but it's kind of like Pokemon card. No, but it's poop and different versions of poop. It's absolutely awesome. So, oh damn it, I dropped it. Where'd it go?
Drop your poop.
Yes, I dropped my poop. It's on the floor. Oh, where'd the sticker go?
The sticker for what?
That promotes the. Oh, you weren't outside when I grabbed the sticker other day. No, but if you're around Juggalos, watch out for the poop dollars. They're real.
Yo, I've
They
heard.
are. Oh yeah. I saw a couple get made at the gathering.
I make good money. I don't need to pick up poop dollars.
Nah, I'm fine.
But the real question is, would you pick one up if it was like $100 bill?
Not at the gathering.
No, man. I mean,
not at the gathering. That's the right answer, probably.
It reminds me. There was a skit. I think it was maybe Upright Citizens Brigade. I don't know, but it was two guys, and the one guy's like, "Hey, man, you deal with so much stress. Like, how do you stay so like upbeat?" And he's like, "Well, I'll tell you what. Every couple of days, I take a roll of pennies and I stick one up my ass, one after the other, and then I put them back in the roll, and I go and I spend them, and so it escalates to like, yeah. So I just think to myself, no matter how bad my day is, you've probably touched my ass pennies." I'm sorry, it was a lot cooler than that.
I'm not sure.
All right, so I gotta kill.
I don't even know if that's PG.
So here we go.
SSP.
This has the companies on it and stuff like that.
Yep.
I need one of them for like right there.
Oh, wrong one. There we go.
Right next to Primal Fear and Audacity.
There you go.
And then Brandon Downey's down here too.
50 episodes is a huge achievement, boys. Take a second to take that in. I think I can say I've been here since single-digit episodes. Been an honor to get to know you guys. No, thank you, sir, for the support and joining us. And, hey, man, one thing I'll say is I don't think nobody on this panel would argue if you'd like to pop on next week for our 50th episode.
Yeah, you know what? Absolutely.
Man.
Yeah, we should have some guests.
Yeah, it's been a ride. It is absolutely, but I couldn't be happier with where we are now in 51 weeks or 52 weeks, what we've accomplished.
I mean, in all honesty, I think that we're at our actual year anniversary.
No, I looked it up. It's the 17th. Our first post was the 17th.
Okay.
For doing this directly.
Yeah.
Okay. So
but
we're close.
We started back.
So
in
we're
July doing
so
stuff.
next. You know what? Maybe we should do a stream next Monday for the 1 year anniversary. Just
on the 1 year day.
A short stream, just talking about the past year of stuff.
Or we just watch Raw and mute and talk about it.
Well, I was going to say do it before Raw because, well,
the anniversary episode, we'll get a bunch of clips together and like we'll sit in there like, hey, remember that time when blah blah blah.
Well, I wonder if there's a clip I can add right now. I have to find. But yeah, let's all right, people. We are halfway through this show.
All right.
1 hour later.
We are here. We're not even halfway through our agenda here.
I'm not even halfway through this. Oh.
Falsehoods.
So, next thing to talk about was something I was actually happy about this week. The call up to Smackdown for Lash Legend. As it looks like her and Nia are going to be a tag team, and that's a formidable women's tag team.
Oh, yeah. Another
with
heel
Alexa.
tag.
Yeah. But also with Alexa Bliss and Charlotte closing in on being the most successful single reign women's tag team champions.
Really?
Yes. They are one title defense away from tying the record, I do believe, for most title defenses.
Huh. Okay.
Okay.
It's the women's tag title, so that kind of makes sense.
Well, there was what? It started with Sasha and Bailey, right? And then there was like the Iconics and like...
The Iconics, I don't think ever held those championships.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I'll look up the history of the championships now while you're...
Sasha and Naomi walked out. Vacant won. Vacant was the champion for a while.
All right.
You had.
I will default the wiki. All right, so Sasha and Bailey were the original champions, and I was wrong. I'm sorry. The Iconics did hold the tag team championships.
Okay. There you go, BJ.
No. My, because they weren't there long during.
Their reign was not iconic.
Before WWE.
Well, hold on.
Destroyed them.
They held them from. They held them from WrestleMania 35 until right before Survivor Series that same year in 2019. So the titles are as old as AEW currently.
Right.
6 years old.
Okay.
The Iconics, and then the Iconics lost them to Bliss and Nikki Cross.
Oh yeah,
right. That was a team.
Yeah, and who then lost them to the Kabuki Warriors.
Of course.
And then Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross won them back from them.
Right.
And then Bailey and Sasha.
Right.
Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And then they lost it to Asuka and Charlotte. And then a month later, Nia and Shayna won them back. And then the titles
I must have been drunk that year.
But then there's also, that was, I believe, also when the titles, they combined the NXT tag team titles as well.
Yeah. That's why. Yeah. I've been watching a lot of NXT and a lot of what's happening.
That's when the Party Girls had the tag titles.
And then from there, Natalya and Tamina had the titles. Nikki Cross, who at that time was Nikki Ash, and Rhea Ripley.
Nikki and Natalya and Tamina were like the second generation. Yeah. I remember that whole gimmick.
Yeah, and then Nikki Cross as almost a superhero, and Rhea Ripley held the titles.
I like that gimmick for Nikki. That was a fun gimmick for her.
It was fun, but it had no real long lifespan.
Let's
true.
Be honest.
It was too goofy.
And then Carmella and Zelina won the titles. And then eventually lost them to Nia. Hold on.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. After Zelina won Queen of the Ring.
Yep. That dark era.
That we're talking. This is November 2021. The Nikki and Rhea title reign only lasted a month before they dropped them to Carmella and Zelina.
Okay.
And then they held them till April of 2022 when they dropped it to Naomi and Sasha Banks, which then just over a month. Yes. And then now we have to remember that in between a lot of these, there were also a lot of times the titles were vacated because those are very cursed championships in the beginning.
Yeah.
And their most consistent booking has been over probably the last year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah, there was that little curse period right after Chelsea got it where her partners
here
just
you
kept
go.
dying.
Here you go. We're talking about random tag teams that held these titles. Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah, who's not even with the company no more.
Wow, I forgot about Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Wow, she was a hot minute.
I only remember her like having like 1 or 2 main roster matches, and they were all sporadic.
Pretty much what it was, yeah.
One on Smackdown.
She did have that title reign briefly, though. That was weird.
I have no memory of that.
Yeah, as well you shouldn't.
And then, let me scroll back up. Okay. And then they dropped them to Damage Control. Damage Control dropped them a month and a half later to Alexa Bliss and Asuka. And then Damage Control won them back a week later in Saudi. And then they lost the titles to Becky Lynch and Lita.
Yeah.
Who eventually dropped them to
Becky
Liv Morgan.
Eventually turned on Lita.
And then that's when Liv Morgan and Raquel won their first reign as champion. And then the titles were again vacated. And then that's when Ronda Rousey and Shayna won championships, just for that breakup and Liv and Raquel to win them back, which led to Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville / Piper Niven getting the championships when Sonya got injured. And they started.
Great. I loved how Piper just came in and was like, "I'm your partner now."
What was that?
Dewdrop?
No, she was Piper Niven then.
I know.
And then the Party Girls beat them for the championships. Who did a month later dropped them to the Kabuki Warriors, who then dropped them to Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair.
Right.
Who then the Unholy Union had that short reign when they won them at the Clash at the Castle. Dropped them back to Bianca Belair and Jade / Naomi after
Jade
that
gets
injury.
injured and Naomi steps in.
And now you could from there piece together because then now there's only 5 more. Judgment Day, Liv and Raquel win them back for the 3rd time. Becky and Lyra, Judgment Day win them back. And then it changes from Liv and Raquel to Roxanne and Raquel. And now where we're at with the championships with Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair.
Right.
Yep.
And
back, gentlemen.
Ouch. That was a rough list to listen to. Like for a lot of it.
Yes, Ryan, you are correct there. But at the same time, those titles had a lot of cursed moments to where it was a lot of on-the-fly booking because of injuries. And then you had Naomi and Mercedes Moné walk out with the championships because they refused to have the other job to the other, which is a whole nother conversation of women tag teams walking out. Something similar happened in AEW this week, not over the losing, but over the time of the match with Nixon Newell and her tag team partner, which Nixon Newell, I believe how you say her name, is the former Tegan Nox in WWE.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was never a huge Tegan Nox fan, so
she never got there was a lot of opportunity there for her, but every time she started building momentum, she got injured again. She's very injury prone, which is a problem, which will limit her on most rosters because they won't ever want to put a big championship on her.
Right. Yeah, because who knows what's going to happen. Hey, she could get hurt again, and then we got to scramble again.
Here, Ryan, what I'll take is today's booking, but Vince's ticket prices and how he made sure to build generational fans. Because Vince booking at the end was absolutely atrocious and worse than it is today. Because my opinion with today's shows is that they're not necessarily horrible. They're too cookie cutter, as in we know what we're getting in each and every segment and how it's going to play out.
Yeah.
That's more my problem, and it becomes mind-numbing. To where you turn on Raw and SmackDown this week, you start off with a promo. If you watched NXT this week, we go straight into a match to start the show. Oh, so WWE can do this. They just choose not to on their big shows.
Yeah, Triple H started out real good when he took over, and it really cooled off over the last few months. It's been
but that
getting hard to keep interesting.
But also now, as I always say, we're in that little gray area of downtime to where the product's going like this. Because now we're going to hit after Survivor Series and War Games, we're shooting right back up into Royal Rumble, and interest should build again. But now the problem becomes fans are also turning, as I just said, about ticket prices and having to have 6 different services here in America, as compared to the rest of the world can just watch on Netflix.
Yeah. I mean, I might have to listen to Stephanie McMahon when she said about getting a VPN.
Yeah, right. But anyway, I'd like to stick with SmackDown a little bit at the moment, because our next 2 talking points kind of go together with each other in the long run. I think Triple H, I think creative control, Triple H might have some final say, but I think it's more of a group thing now between the producers and stuff. And even to a point, Triple H hasn't been recently attending every show. And it does seem like he listens to the fans a bit more, but at the same time, you kind of have to do what's best for story, and it's a very fine line of having to keep everybody happy. And at this point, it seems like TKO is a company that's changing WWE, because now they want to pull away from some of the Vince pay-per-view names. I'm sorry, all those names that they currently use have legacy to them. If you want to change it, that's fine, but you can't change everything and then get mad when fans start turning their back. You're increasing ticket prices, which right now people are still going because of the fact that there's no house shows to go to now. So as I've previously said, before they went up and doubled a year from the past year, halfway through this year, I'm like, hey, we lost house shows, so they're going to make up that money somewhere. So if they're going to charge more for Raw tickets, I'm understanding that, but the tickets are constantly still going up for all these shows. Yeah. You're not the UFC. You do weekly shows, to where the UFC does monthly shows, maybe 2 shows a month.
We've been talking about this pretty much since the ESPN deal, if not before. Yeah. They are purposely pricing people out.
Yes, and if it's one thing that Vince knew how to do when it came to that, was make it available for families, so that you're building generational fans. When I look, it's even something now. Think about 3 years ago, up until the TKO deal a little bit before. Think about how many kids you used to see at ringside. You don't see so many. You see kids in the crowd. You don't see as many of them It's adults who can afford to buy those tickets, and maybe some families sitting on the walkway. You don't see the kids at ringside no more. You see the kids sitting up in the stairs waiting for Jey Uso to come out. That's WWE, which again, that is also, I will say, in one aspect, is also building generational fans. Because let me tell you something. If I'm sitting at the end of that walkway at the stairs, and there's a wrestler coming down, he pulls me from where I'm standing to go do his gimmick with them, you're making a generational fan there, because you just got to interact with the wrestler, with the cameras on you, on international streaming, because it's not TV, it's streaming, that millions of people are seeing. And that's a memory that you don't need a cell phone for. You don't need the footage for. You're going to remember that the rest of your life, that you got to sit there and do that with Jey Uso, or the idea that they do something at ringside in the occasion where you see Cody Rhodes come out, or Randy Orton. We've seen them sign fan signs.
Yeah.
You're creating, but that's because it's so scarce now.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous that families are being priced out, and now you look at things like AEW. They don't need to increase their ticket prices. They're doing just fine. As a matter of fact, over the past, 6 months, I would consider that they've bounced back.
Oh, yeah.
To almost where they were before the decline. And fans are always going to rip on each other's companies. We lived through it with the Monday Night Wars. Oh, WCW's better. WWE's better. Oh, Goldberg's better than Stone Cold. Stone Cold's better than Goldberg. Sting versus Bret Hart before Bret Hart went to WCW. We had all these dream matches. And us as fans, there's something for all of us to love and something for all of us to hate. But when you're no longer going to be creating generational fans for even just your company, no, it won't matter, because we've seen it. AEW, it doesn't matter the level of the talent, because won't nobody say the talent in AEW is bad. A little green at times, yes. Bad, no. You will look at WWE and be like, great talent, but I can't afford to go to the show, let alone now I have to watch highlights on YouTube because I can't afford to get the ESPN app, to have Peacock for NXT, to have Netflix for Raw. And then I have to pay for cable or some type of cable-like service just to watch Smackdown on USA.
Yeah.
Let alone, I could go on Tubi and watch Evolve for free if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Or, hey, if I want to watch these other shows like LFG, I have to pay for cable and A&E to watch that. Like, you're spreading out everything too far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it seems like...
It's all it is.
But it also feels like to me, and this was a conversation I had in one of my chats earlier, that it seems like TKO is building up to eventually sell off the company. And we all know if the company gets sold, where it's going to next.
Back to Vince.
No. It's going to go to Saudi.
Oh, yeah.
God.
That makes sense, too.
Yeah, that's even worse than going to Vince.
And now we already see the reactions to this, right? Like the reaction to WrestleMania going to Saudi. We have the Royal Rumble in Saudi this year coming up. Yeah. And then the following year, they get WrestleMania. Number one, I would like to make this clear. How much I understand the feedback or the pushback with these Saudi shows, given the history of the country and everything, and that the shows are basically being bought and put together by the prince. Whatever, most of the shows I've honestly enjoyed for the most part, outside of Seth Rollins, Bray Wyatt, Hell in a Cell. All right, that was a horrible finish. No Hell in a Cell match should ever end by disqualification. But that's besides here and there. But to the fact that if it goes there, then the whole game changes, right? And them getting WrestleMania, I don't care that they got WrestleMania. They shouldn't have gotten it first. The UK should have gotten it first.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, in the chat. Wyatt Wrestling.
Hey,
how you doing, brother? Hope it's all's good with you. But anyway, let's move on real quick. So we did Lash Legend before because we got sidetracked.
That was a hell of a sidetrack.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. As anybody who watches us or listens, and you guys know, I've been very high on Lash Legend for a while now. I've been waiting for this call up, and I think this is the perfect position for her to be in at the moment.
Yeah. She has been due up for a while now. We've been saying this, and we've just been waiting, and here we go. Yeah, Friday night when she showed up and just started, laying the beat down, I was like, okay, yeah, about time. Makes sense that she joins up with Nia Jax. Totally, their personalities totally fit together on that
and
level.
They had the NXT feud.
What's that?
Didn't they have an NXT feud?
Yes, and they I can cover that real quick. So, yes, they did have a short feud at NXT after Lash Legend eliminated Nia from the Rumble. That is why Nia recruited Lash, because she had matches with her and she knows how tough she is and that they can work together. They actually had a whole backstage promo talking about it on SmackDown this week after her debut, and she choked out Alexa Bliss. And that's how Nia beat Charlotte.
Much like how Seth Rollins went and recruited Bronson Reed because he got those 6 tsunamis from him.
Yeah, essentially, yes. But all right, now let's move on to the next thing, because SmackDown was really the show of the week this week. I feel like out of Raw and SmackDown.
Well, I'm glad I was at the show of the week when that was happening.
So SmackDown opens up with Cody Rhodes coming out. And then, he says Drew McIntyre's at the back of the line now. And he's wondering who steps up next. Lo and behold, coming out with his wife, Selena, Aleister Black stepping up. And the promo they had back and forth was really good. Ends with Selena slapping Cody. And they're arguing. And Nick Aldis comes out and books him in the main event.
We want Brandy. We want Brandy.
No, we don't.
Not the drink.
Here.
I know. And no, we don't.
That doesn't
We do
work
not.
for me.
Nobody needs Brandy Rhodes.
Mixed
I
tag.
do not need Brandy Rhodes.
I would love to see that mixed tag.
That honestly, that might be a fun mixed tag match for them to do at some point down the road. But at the moment,
Next week.
so in the main event, we got Cody Rhodes, which, wow, I really butchered my notes here. In my notes, it says Cody Rhodes versus Aleister Priest ends in a no contest.
Aleister Priest. I mean,
we had
you're
a new
not.
debut.
You're not entirely wrong.
No, not at all. So in the main event, we get Cody Rhodes and Aleister Black, which was a phenomenal match, I would like to add. And we're getting toward the end of the show's getting ready to end. We're getting toward the finish of the match. And out of nowhere, which this was going to be another one of the talking points, combined as one here now, Drew McIntyre comes out of nowhere. It's like Randy Orton hitting the RKO and just claymores the ref, which was the same ref from Saturday night's main event. And he starts wailing on the ref, talking about he screwed him, this and that. Number one, I will make this clear for anybody that hears me. Whether the ref was knocked out or not, if the ref was standing and saw that Drew McIntyre, while in a position to take a DDT, had the belt, that Drew grabbed the belt himself and put it there. Cody Rhodes did not actively put the belt down to DDT him on. Drew McIntyre is a man who self-sabotaged himself and put the belt under his head and ate the DDT. Regardless if the ref sees it or not, that is not a Cody Rhodes disqualification.
No, that belt was in McIntyre's hands pretty clearly when he took that DDT on it.
Just real quick, Ryan, I made that exact same reference last week, that it felt a lot like Karrion Kross and Scarlett. But, they also have similar gimmicks as of with the entrances and everything. So, it is what it is.
Yeah, now that I think of it, it does kind of feel like WWE is just ripping them off now that they've fired them.
Yeah.
They didn't fire them. They let their contracts lapse.
Same difference.
Hey, I'm just making sure that we're not putting out any false narratives here on that. No, but last week I did say that about that. It did give me the Karrion Kross Scarlett vibes, which I'm fine with. It does take a little bit of time to get used to it. I will say one thing, their entrance together for a match with her kneeling down and then bending backwards as Aleister pops up on that table and stands up looks really cool. Just like I thought that the Karrion Kross Scarlett entrance during COVID for NXT, the way they were able to work the camera angles because there were no fans to show, was absolutely amazing. And amazing feat of cinematography there.
I don't know. I liked them better without Scarlett wearing the helmet and.
Yeah, the gladiator gimmick was dumb. Another bad Vince idea. But yeah, so get back on topic here real quick.
Get it together. We're on the clock here.
So McIntyre's attacking the ref. We get Cody Rhodes trying to help, and he just instantly makes a V-line for Drew. And then we have Aleister Black jump in and try to help him, which leads to Damian Priest coming out. So I think
Aleister Priest.
So I think, yeah. So we get all these guys brawling. I think next week we get some tag team match with them. But then, as I was thinking that, we get Drew McIntyre leaving. Nick Aldis comes out and suspends Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
So very interesting here now to see why Drew's being written, because I don't think he's injured or anything like that. So this could be a time off thing, but I would love to see where it goes from there, because it's just to sit there and say his story with Cody is done. And now maybe, hear me out here, maybe this leads to a Nick Aldis Drew McIntyre match.
Sure.
If Aldis, oh man, if Aldis is fighting anyone, it's Pierce.
Well, you know where I stand on wanting that match to happen. Yeah. And it seems like every couple weeks I have something new to throw Nick Aldis into.
And Aldis, he's a little older. He could go back in the day. I don't know if he still got it, but if he does, I want to see that.
So do I.
I was super hyped when they hired him. I was like, great, we're going to see him in the ring again.
Well, let's stick with that thought real quick, and let's talk about the current announced matches for the John Cena Last Time is Now tournament to determine his final opponent December 13th at Saturday night's main event in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
So, this week on Raw, we had the first couple matches announced. One match is Rusev versus Damian Priest. Now, just real quick, they did the whole random names in a ball and thing like they used to do for the Royal Rumble.
Oh, R-Truth segment with the names and the balls.
Oh, God, that was absolutely great. And the other match announced on Raw was Nakamura versus Sheamus. And then on SmackDown this week, we got 3 of 4 names because Nick Aldis didn't tell us the other name.
Well, there's a theory as to why he didn't say the 4th name. Because someone would appear. Yes. You know where I stand on that. You personally, because we talked about it. But he does reveal that also it will Nick Aldis this week, The Miz versus main event Jey Uso, and then LA Knight versus a mystery opponent that he has not named. Now, there's been a couple things thrown out there. I've seen Joe Hendry. I've seen Joe Hendry's name thrown out there. I've seen Edge's name thrown out there. Don't see that happening.
Edge is still under contract. Not
with
gonna
AEW.
We're not gonna see.
Well, he signed a 2-year contract 2 years ago.
Right, yeah, like 2 years ago.
But there's also injury time that Tony Khan's tacking on.
Well, we've had no confirm or denial of it, so that's kind of up in the air. Could it be somebody just generally returning to WWE?
I mean, you could throw a Hardy in there.
Could it be somebody from a TNA who's not Joe Hendry? I don't think it's a Hardy, personally.
I would love to see Jeff Hardy in this tournament. We have out of the entrance. 7 out of 16 announced.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a 16-person tournament, and we're just halfway through the field.
7 out of 16.
No. We know 8 names have been drawn. We just don't know who the 8th name is.
Right. We don't know.
So that's why I'm saying we're halfway through. So we know LA Knight has an opponent, and Nick Aldis is the only one who knows who he is.
Yeah, the name in this whole mix that I am least excited for being in there is Jey Uso.
Agreed.
Agreed, but I understand why he's there.
Yeah, I get it, but still.
I did. I actually suggested Trick Williams being one of the NXT names from last week, as well as Oba Femi. Because
I've heard a little more momentum on that name lately.
Yeah, it looks like Trick Williams, I think the last man standing match with Ricky Saints at Gold Rush will be his swan song. I think that, because usually it's a really big match that ends up always being the swan song before the call-up. But what I would love is, I've seen Chris Jericho as another name as well, actually.
Sure. Yeah, there's a rumor that he's back for a retirement run himself.
Which just real quick.
You just made the list.
well, find it. I won't wish you a happy 55th birthday, Mr. Jericho.
You just.
Gee, but I would love to see Trick Williams as his call up, but I would also like to see somebody who's not getting called up represent NXT.
Yeah.
Because if that's the call up, then they're not really representing NXT.
Like maybe an
Oba Femi.
First name that came to mind was like Andre Chase, but I don't want to see
that. No.
Ethan Page?
Yeah. Ethan Page, Sean Spears.
Oh,
hold on.
Lexus
Hold on.
King.
No. I got it. I freaking got it and I lost it. Oh. You said that? Yeah. Hold on. We said Lexus King.
Sean Spears.
Javon Evans.
Oh, thank you, Ryan Milky. Thank you. We're rewinding to a couple weeks ago now, but thank you. I am not the only one that wants to see Oba and Brock Lesnar go at it.
Yeah, you guys are the only two. I'd rather see Oba and Omos.
I got.
Or Brock and Omos.
We already saw Brock and Omos. We already got.
Yeah, why do you want to see that again, dude?
Yeah, seriously, dude. Dude, are you trying to do the John Cena heel thing and ruin pro wrestling for everyone? Hold on. I have a name. Somebody who wouldn't be called up yet, but could represent NXT, and who could potentially, in shocking fashion, win this tournament. Javon Evans.
No.
Why not? Javon Evans as the representative of NXT. He's probably one of the most over guys in NXT right now.
No.
BJ just don't like it.
No.
Must be the gingeritis worldwide.
I'm better than you, and you know it.
All right, are we gonna battle again?
I
really gotta add more.
I'm gonna hang out over here for a minute.
But there's just so many names. But I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, Javon Evans is one of the more over guys in NXT right now.
We could see Mike Santana.
No. But it's just I would love to see somebody from TNA in the tournament who's not Joe Hendry.
Yeah, party.
But it's just the general idea. I mean, I've seen another name thrown out there to win this tournament, Gunther being one.
We don't know that for sure at this point.
Yeah. They showed him in the package, but until he's announced, we really don't know.
Rumors, speculation,
WWE's been really tight-lipped on who's participating in this tournament, which good for them.
Even if he's in the tournament, if he's announced next week, there's no guarantee that he's winning this.
Yeah.
I feel like they threw that out there as a teaser.
Yeah, or as a red herring.
Yeah.
Right.
Another name that we've seen, which I want to talk about, and we could get into that, Dominic Mysterio.
No.
No. And the logic,
I would not mind seeing.
So hold on. I'm going to set this up real quick. Now, this is on the basis if he wins the tournament, right? And he successfully defends the championship against his stepfather, as he said, as he told this keep his father's name, Eddie Guerrero, for Ray to keep it out of his mouth, which popped the shit out of me this week.
Oh God, yeah.
I am glad it finally got acknowledged
That was
on
the best
TV.
moment of Raw.
Yeah, by far. But I'm going to put it through this. We're going to say he gets past that and he's in the tournament. He wins the tournament. Now, let's look at it like this. Dominic is currently across every brand of WWE the current longest reigning champion.
Yeah.
Nobody holds a singles championship currently right now in their current title reigns. And as of current title reigns, he is the current longest reigning champion across any brand, right?
Fact.
So he goes into the finals. Now, John Cena most likely is going out on top, right? Let's be honest. I don't think he goes out looking at the lights on Saturday night's main event. That's a WrestleMania thing. And if he does, he's coming back for a match at WrestleMania. And I still stand by that. But he goes out. He beats Dom. Wins the Intercontinental Championship. Becomes a Grand Slam winner and just vacates the championship.
Okay. So something occurred to me. All this talk about Dom. What if Ray is the final opponent and that facilitates Dom's face turn somehow?
Well, Ray did get booed pretty heavily.
It could be also a dual retirement match for Ray.
No, we got so much going on that front. I don't think Ray's. I think if we get one more
StreamYard, clip this.
It's kind of, and I will say this, when it comes to names that we're talking about, like a John Cena or a Rey Mysterio, excuse me, it's really hard to sit there and say that their last match isn't at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You know, like it's a thing to where it's like history tells us that when we see a lot of these big names go out and they end their careers, where do their careers end? Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania, but then came back and did the Saudi match, which I'd rather not remember. The DX versus the Brothers of Destruction match. But I'm just saying, Ric Flair in WWE, his last WWE match, I'm sorry, I love you, at WrestleMania, then he went into the Hall of Fame the night before. The same thing. I think John Cena deserves that same respect to go out at WrestleMania, whether it's the opening match of night one or the main event of night two or anywhere's in between. The same thing with Rey Mysterio.
Yeah,
they deserve that spotlight to go out. Now, I will say in Cena's case, I think Cena's looking at it as if he doesn't come back for a WrestleMania match, right? And that's off the table completely. That he's doing it as Saturday night's main event so he doesn't take a spot from somebody on the road to WrestleMania, which much respect to him for that.
Right. That kind of ties into what I was going to say was like, I feel like this is more his call.
Yeah, I agree, but I still stand that something in the back of my head says that we've been told one less date, and that I would love it to see it something as, do you remember the storyline Cena did challenging Undertaker for like an entire month, and Undertaker didn't show up until the middle of WrestleMania, and the referee with John Cena sitting ringside for like half the show.
Yeah, John Cena drank someone's beer. It was so offensive.
And that's coming from BJ.
I drank a beer. I drank another beer.
But you don't drink another man's beer.
4 beers.
Oh no.
5 beers.
Oh no.
6 beers. 7 beers. 8 beers. 9 beers.
And then a glass
I
of
love
wine.
that, like, how Lawler gets cut off at the end when he's like, ah!
Yeah. But just in that aspect, you know, like, I really, it's hard for me to digest that a show like Saturday Night's Main Event, which was no longer going to be on NBC, which is only on Peacock now.
Yep.
You know, that
whole thing with Cena and WrestleMania was stupid. Announce the match. Get more eyes. Get more tickets. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't know if he's going to show up. Gong.
This Ryan Milky comment here. This is something we've been speculating.
Yeah,
that would be a whole nother year and a half still for Saudi, to where I think they have a match. I think they're going to have a one-on-one match at War Games, and I could see it spilling into WrestleMania. I think this WrestleMania could be Ray's last. So that could... Thank you, Regal. I appreciate it. So that could be another thing as well. Let's look at it from a planning point of view. Cena going out at the end of this year could be something tail-ended because WrestleMania could be Ray's last match. And then we also don't know if AJ Styles is going to be with us past WrestleMania. I think his contract ends early 2026. No, he's retiring. He's already said he's on. When this contract ends, he's
2026 is his last year.
No, but his contract ends early 2026.
I think they'll do like a little 6-month for him, just to let him get his shit in.
So do I. But if
that's
not,
the first time I've cursed on this channel in a year.
So I propose a match. If let's say WrestleMania is both Ray and AJ Styles' last match. Rey Mysterio versus AJ Styles on the grandest stage of them all.
No.
Wow.
If it's Saturday night's main event, fine. But no.
Why not?
Because.
Have they ever had a one-on-one match?
I have no idea, honestly.
They have.
They've had to. I'm looking it up now.
All right, I can't even type my passcode in. You got it.
Let's see here. They had a match in the UK in 2016.
That doesn't count. It was in the
they had a United
Milky
States.
would disagree.
They did have a United States Championship match at some
that
point.
Definitely counts.
Yeah. They've had a handful of matches over the years, it looks like.
The only reason it's not going to be Mysterio versus Cena is because they're going to put a younger guy in that position.
But I'm just saying, I look at it as a match that would be just for the fans, that holds no long-term story definition. Something that they
like
probably...
AJ versus Cena.
Yeah, like you mean like every match on the John Cena retirement tour up to now has just been for the fans. No. I'm just saying they've been for the fans. But, to get some of these matchups in, which I wish we had a bit more time. I do like this idea too. Ray and Penta from Ryan Milky. I would love to see that as well.
Yeah.
We have not touched on the return of one of the greatest superstars in WWE on Monday night. Or wait, was that last week? I don't know.
I'm not sure to whom you refer.
Logan Paul.
Oh yes, that was this week.
Okay, that was this week. All right.
Yeah, the false face turn into what looks like Logan Paul maybe teaming up with Division, which I think is a setup for War Games.
I love it.
War Games.
Thank you. I have just got the mouse
there. Sending myself catering. Logan
Paul. He's never been wrong.
That doesn't work for me.
In a promo. He's not lying. He tells the truth, and he's very good at what he does.
No, don't get it. That he's one of the most natural heels I've seen in WWE probably in the past 5 years.
Disclaimer: hate him as a human being.
Yeah, that's why he's the most natural heel.
But for the sake of wrestling,
but wow,
perfect.
But it was
didn't he just get hurt? And didn't he just hurt himself in his return too? So yay.
Yeah, he took a tsunami from Bronson Reed before he turned around and he took that tsunami. He's like, yeah, I'm not teaming with Punk. I think my dog's having a dream, and as I said that, it was like, yeah, we all agree. I see. So let's see. Have we covered all our talking points for the week? Yes. anything interesting you guys want to talk about from this weekend wrestling that's not indie related?
Well, I thought Indy Hartwell had a great match this week, but
Who'd she
I can't
face?
talk about that. I'm just kidding.
TNA returns with new shows this week.
Yeah, they had their open fight night this past week.
Yeah, first time that's been around in what? 5, 6, 7 years, something like that.
That's an audio clip we need. Fight night.
Open fight night.
No. From like, Sheamus and
yeah.
Hold on. Something I want to bring up. Strange suspicion. Welcome. Also, by the way, congratulations on your channel having an ad/sponsor type thing on JCW Lunacy from this past week. That was super awesome to see. Congratulations, guys. Keep up the great work over there.
Hell yeah.
So something from AEW I want to talk about this week. We like to give highlights where it's due on people improving in the ring and stuff like that. We talk about it with Maxine Dupree on Raw and stuff like that. And this week, I would like to give that call out to Harley Cameron, who pinned the current longest reigning ever Ring of Honor Women's Champion Athena for her and Willow to advance in the Women's Tag Team Tournament.
Yeah,
and so which now also earned her a shot at Athena, as we know wrestling rules go. So, congratulations on that. Also, something else I forgot to mention with the national title in AEW. The new champion will be crowned at Full Gear on the 22nd in a casino gauntlet match.
Okay.
At Full Gear. Looks like we have both members of the Hurt Syndicate and the Demand, Ricochet and
Gates of Agony.
Will be entering it as well. We had the Darby Allin's team win the advantage for Blood and Guts this past week as well. God, I absolutely. We need that as a sound clip. Had a very good match with Kyle Fletcher and Ace Austin for the TNT title this week on Collision as well. The heel women for Blood and Guts won their advantage match. Harley Cameron took the pinfall against Tekla in that. But that's okay. She's still getting a Ring of Honor Women's Championship match. So I'm all for it. The Bang Bang Gang also defeated FTR this week.
Nice.
No way.
Yeah, so after whoever wins between FTR and Brodito, they are now next in line to get a championship tag team match. Other notable stuff, the Joe Hendry, Thea Hale segment at the end of NXT.
Very well done. So glad to see Thea Hale back.
Yes. So Kalani Jordan came out earlier in NXT that night, cut a promo saying she's not defending the title at Gold Rush. She has a match, defeats Tyra May Steele, which if you don't know who she is, she won season 1 of LFG. Santino appears on the Tron and tells her that at Gold Rush, she will be defending that championship against Ling Yi Lee and Jordan Grace.
Say it like Santino said it.
No, because I can't speak like that. And I didn't even, in all honesty, when he said Jordan Grace's name, I didn't even understand whose name he said. So
Jordan Grace.
Let's see.
So as far as that whole situation with that women's match and everything, I had a point and I completely forgot what it was. Dang it.
All right.
Never mind. Move along.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
If I remember it, I'll interrupt.
With it this show.
Jade
I've been up since 5:30 this morning. I got an excuse.
Jade Cargill coming out with a really short. Yeah. Jade Cargill came out on SmackDown, cut a really short promo.
Yeah, she had
and it was straight to the point. She put the women's roster on notice and said that bitch is back. Mm-hmm. And I love it. It was short, straight to the point. It didn't need to eat up a lot of time. And it looks like that her first match as champion will be against B-Fab, because why wouldn't we throw the useless talent at her to get squashed?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
When has B-Fab done anything worth noting?
Never, but that's not the point.
Thank you. Thank you. I rest my case.
This is her time to shine. This is her time to get her stuff in.
All right, dude. Would you like to put? Would you like to put? I'm about to say, would you like to put a gentleman's wager that match goes under 5 minutes?
Oh no, it's going to be like 45 seconds.
Which is under 5 minutes, yes.
Oh, I was being nice saying 5 minutes. I was going to go 3 originally.
Now that I think
the 3 minutes are up.
No, that match is definitely going to be.
We need that sound clip
because they have to establish Jade like, oh, you forgot what she can do? Here's what she can do against this girl.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in all fairness, who's going to agree to be on that other end of a 3-minute squash match?
But hey, maybe we see Mi Chin run out and like try to defend her honor.
Well, look, you know what I'm waiting for? I'm just waiting for them to come around and start challenging Chelsea again. That's what I'm waiting for. Because it seems like it seems like 2 of the talents who are not who don't seem championship worthy are consistently bugging the champions when there's actual people who deserve the title shot. Like B-Fab doesn't even deserve to be in the ring with Jade Cargill, if you ask me, by what they show on TV.
Agreed.
I get this guy, and you agree with me, but I still get thrown under the bus.
Something just occurred to me, and I lost it.
Bye-bye, bitch. Going around today.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's talk about our match of the week, which
I did not prepare for this segment.
Well, I will start. Now, usually I don't pick matches that had some type of outside interference, but I felt like it was really good, done very well on SmackDown this week because it wasn't directly at Cody or Aleister Black. And that's Cody Rhodes versus Aleister Black, with Drew McIntyre coming in and just wiping that ref out with a Claymore. Jesus. Did he wipe him out with it? Because that match was really, really good this week.
Right about the same time you were watching that, I was watching J.P. Grayson and Alex Rivera, and I know not
actually
you were there, but right about the same time as the rest of the world was watching that match, I was watching J.P. Grayson and Alex Rivera, and oh my God, what an amazing match!
But that's for a different show, sir.
I know, but that's my match. That was the best.
Right.
That counts.
I do have a close number 2 though, and that was Kyle Fletcher and Ace Austin for the TNT Championship on Collision.
Did not catch Collision.
I actually watched Collision live last night for the first time in like 2 months.
I watched it live without knowing it like 3 weeks ago.
Nice.
But it was on a Wednesday, so everything was weird.
But also, as something I would like to add, I have equal as a moment of the week. That was when when Rey Mysterio said Eddie Guerrero's name, and Dominic told him to keep his father's name out your mouth.
Yeah. Yep, that's the moment of the week right there.
I popped for that. I definitely popped.
Oh, because I'm just glad that finally it's been acknowledged on TV of what us fans have been saying forever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's so obvious. Only a Guerrero could grow a mullet like that.
Or that mustache. I mean, or the ladies. Let's talk about the ladies. That Latino heat is strong with Dom.
I see.
But yeah, Shep, do you have a match moment?
Like I said, I did not prepare at all for this segment.
So then that means it's Dom telling Ray to keep his father's name out of his mouth.
Boom. Done.
You know what? I have a third as well, and that was the reveal of the out the cake. I have to give.
That was
I have to give props
in my
to
top
that.
5 moments of the week, definitely.
Yeah. So just real quickly, unfortunately, I don't have a graphic to throw up for at the moment, but this too. Well, life. All right, life. Because we're busy doing this shit. So here, have 5 mark bucks. They're about as valuable as the points on whose line is it anyway.
It doesn't work for me, brother.
Well, too bad. Well, I guess we could call it our indie spotlight.
Sure.
So there we go. So this Tuesday we will be live talking about the show that happened this past Saturday at the Pro Wrestling School Academy.
What are you thinking?
Yep.
6 o'clock, 7 o'clock?
I'm thinking. I was thinking probably our usual. What was our usual time? 6 to 8.
We don't want to interfere with NXT.
Well, I do have a massage at 3:30, so I should be done with that and be ready to go.
Wow.
Nice and relaxed, and
As well, just real quick for a couple plugs. Pro Wrestling Star Academy. You want to learn production, wrestling, managing, refereeing. You can enroll, and we will teach you. I myself am a student there.
I'll learn you're good.
Yeah. Also, as we talked about earlier,
Yeah.
November 7th has already happened, but November 14th and the 21st, 7 o'clock bell time, $10 tickets, and you're essentially getting 2 shows for the price of 1.
Yep.
Being someone who is just a fan who went last Friday, amazing experience. Like I said, I knew about 25% of the talent who were competing in ring, but every match was a banger. It's just absolutely. If I didn't know these guys were training, I would think that these guys have been around for years, except for the really super young looking ones. But
kind of like when you go to see a local band at a bar, they just bring all that young energy with them. They don't know any better, so they just go all out.
Yeah. Oh, I've found so many great bands that never made it big, but they were just amazing, like as an opener, or going to like those cafe type shows where it's just a couple smaller bands, a more relaxed atmosphere. Just to respond real quick in chat, yes, I am a student there, and not necessarily for wrestling. I am learning refereeing, and I am learning production.
Yeah.
Boom Harden, big ups. He put up such a solid performance in his match. It was a 4-way match, so it's like, the percentages are a little skewed. Just ask the Steiners.
Yeah. Also, shout outs to both that SPO and Monster Factory. Because the other half that was there was the Monster Factory, and they showed up, and they did their thing. Congrats to all those guys and ladies that showed up.
Such amazing talent from the Monster Factory as well. So I'm in South Jersey, so I hear a lot about the Monster Factory, but I haven't dove in yet.
We will. Yeah.
Being there firsthand and just seeing these guys for the first time, Alex Rivera this guy is huge. Like not physically,
not
like he's
physically
a big huge,
but
like this guy, his presence, his demeanor, like this guy's going to be a star one day. I saw so many guys from the Monster Factory I've never had exposure to that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm behind this person 100%.
Yeah.
And Monster Factory's put out a lot of people.
I also saw a lot of talent that I haven't seen before with SPO, and same deal. Like these guys, like if this is the next generation of wrestling, I'm here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then just real quick, I had just popped the graphic up, but Justified, November 22nd, 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Fatal 4-Way. Johnny Cashmere, Rick Blaine, and Joey Janela going after that PWU World Championship that is currently held by Justified, J.P. Grayson. And let's not forget the Pick Your Poison matches where Pat Dynamite and Declan Grant will be picking each other's opponents that night. Should be very interesting. And if you're looking to get tickets for these shows and going to be in the area, use promo code GINGER, GINGER, and save yourself some money.
Hell yeah.
They didn't give me the promo code last time because I spelled it JINJER. And, you know.
Like Jinder Mahal, but not.
But on that,
is it GIF or GIF? You know, like.
But on that note, you know, I think it's time for us to get out of here.
Oh no! Really?
I got nowhere else to go.
Well, you can go wherever you want. You just can't be here.
Oh, damn! Why do we have to go anywhere, man?
Ladies and gentlemen, you know, another hour has passed.
1 hour later.
And it is time for us to go. Everybody, be good to each other. We're going to ring this bell, and we will see you Tuesday evening.
Who tells you to ring the bell? You don't say ring the bell. You're not.
He's speculating that we might ring this bell.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
Yeah.
And I said we're going to ring the bell and then get out of here. You know. But,
all right,
ladies
fine,
and gentlemen,
ring the bell.
All right, fine. Everybody, be good to each other, and we'll see you next week for another episode of BJ and DG Talk Wrestling.
Everybody watching, I'm going to need you to visit www.freakkings.com. Check out all the merch. And before you do that, I'm going to need you to check out BJDG YouTube and Instagram. And while you're doing that, you won't